So I think that the main reason why I don't make videos is not because I don't have the time. It's mostly just because I hate being alone with my thoughts. Cool. I decided that we're gonna do my makeup. It's currently 7:34 at night. I'm going nowhere. But I wanted to talk about my favorite songs this week.
Who is calling? It's the songs of the week. The songs of the week are calling you.
And these are really good songs for fall, I think. When I am preparing for fall, the things that I want to hear are a little grungier, a little bit darker, a little bit funkier and smoother, and a little more ragey. The first song that I want to talk about is a song called Whiplash. It's by this guy, his name is Theophilus London, and it has a Tame Impala feature on it. It's a little funkier, a little groovier. It has that psychedelic rock type feel. It has like this sweet little 90s R&B-y rap type push-pull to it. It has like the chug of a classic 90s hip-hop song. Tame Impala is giving it a nice diva disco moment, but it's not too overpowering. It's not like one of those Tame Impala songs where you feel like you are trapped in a machine that is your brain. It feels a little smoother, a little gentler, a little more softer than that, but it has a lot of really good experimentation on it. The next song that I want to talk about is a Genesis Owusu song. This song's called With the Team. So Genesis Owusu, I actually just started listening to him. He is an Australian artist, and his music is incredible. I just finished listening to his debut album, which, by the way, is phenomenal, and it's not a whole lot like what this song is. It has a sweeter, softer R&B vibe. It has tons more groove on it. It has a really sweet bass line. Like, the bass line is rocking it. The chorus is extremely catchy, especially since it has one of those repetitive motifs where he goes, ah yeah, ah yeah, yeah. The keys in it are also really nice. It rounds out the song. It makes it sound a little softer, a little more tender, even though it's definitely something that you want to groove to. You want to dance to it. You want to have a good time. You want to be with your friends. You want to be in the car. You want to be driving somewhere cool. But it's comforting. It's gonna you're gonna rock with it, but you're also gonna rock to sleep with it. Overall, I think that Genesis is a really incredible artist. I'm definitely going to be looking at more of his music because I deeply respect the experimentation that I've seen in his work. I think that he is amazing. The next song that I want to talk about, and I really considered not putting this in here because I feel like it doesn't really match the fall vibe that I was going for when I said like a little grungy, but I changed my mind when I was listening to this song. Is a Masa song, and it's called I Don't Think I Can Do This Again, and it has a Clario feature. The beginning sounds like a classic Clario song. Melodic guitar, really buttery vocals. It starts like a ballad, like a sweetie love song, but it builds into more of a rager, almost like, think like Paramore, Avril Lavigne, like you want to rage to this song. You want to get in your car and you want to drive into the night. The beat really starts to drive the song once it gets into the chorus. It seems like the title becomes a lot more appropriate to the song. And actually, this was exactly the style of song that I had been waiting for all year. You know, Lord's album came out, and to be honest with you, I haven't really listened to it because I know that it's not like melodrama, it's not like pure heroin. That's not really what I was looking for in an album this year. And the last few artists that I've been following really intensely, because I liked more of their darker, grungier music, they didn't come out with the same style of music that I had been hoping for. And so to hear this Clario song, even Clario, like the single that she dropped with Lord, I was like, disappointed. Not because it's a bad song, just because I was really hoping for something to like fist bump and like turn up in the car and just like scream sing the lyrics out with. So that's what I actually really appreciated about this song, is because even though it begins as something that you think, oh, it's gonna be something that I chill to, it really has a nice build into something more dynamic. And I really like the way that they did the reverb on this song. I think it sounds really nice. The next song that I want to talk about is a song that I was kind of tied to put in this video with the Mura Masa, I Don't Think I Can Do This Again, because to me, this is a summer song. This would be a great transition into summer song. I decided to keep it in as a little bonus just because I think it could go either way. It could be a really good transition out of summer song too. This song is called Lil Baby Crush, and it's by Jordan Ward, who I think is actually going to be a very big up-and-coming artist. I have no idea why, I just like have a feeling.
She look like 90s R&B.
This song has a much warmer glow to it. It sounds like driving to the beach at sunset. I actually really like the cover art on this because I feel like the song sounds so much like the cover art. Like it's a donut shop in the middle of nowhere, there's like a car speeding past. It has like that warm sweetness to it. I think the song is just like such a good description of what it really is. Just a guy talking about his little baby crush. Ultimately, I decided to keep the song in because it's been stuck in my head all day long. What else do you want in a song? Well, that's not true at all. Never mind. Jordan Ward in this song has not the voice that I would want to listen to all the time. When I first heard the song, I was like, am I actually gonna like this? Because I don't know if it's his actual voice or if it's the way that the song is edited, but it's in not such a high register, but it's in a higher register that I think traditionally goes into like a velvety, smooth R&B song. I actually think that this song is probably one of the only ones that could pull off the way that he's singing. I think if anyone else sang this song, it would sound like they were whining. For him, it really works. Not all the lyrics are great, as most lyrics in every single song in the universe are not, but I think Jordan has a lot of really good concepts that he pulls in the idea of a little baby crush. Like, he talks about how he's too old to have a crush. He talks about how he's like a huge fan of her and he doesn't want to lose the friendship really, but like, could it be worth it? Like, even we were talking about Clario, a lot of her music that deals with love and deciding like whether to bring up your little baby crush to someone would be worth it. I think that a lot of songs that end up going like that have a little more fear involved in them, and I think that the style of this song, the way that it plays out musically, gives it a lot more of a warmer, hopeful, enchanting, tender vibe. I usually have a really hard time hearing lyrics, but this one surprised me and I had a lot of fun listening to it. On this video, if it needs to be lengthened a little more, the thing that I was going to talk about is how to listen to a new song, how to listen to music, because I feel like not a lot of people know. My approach to listening to music has been honed over the years, not to like brag or anything, but I think I'm pretty decently good at listening to music and determining whether a song is for me or not. I've been very intensely listening to music for a long time. I've been exploring new music for a long time. I've been hoping to find new breakout artists that will be the next big thing for a long time. And sometimes I get it right, sometimes I really don't get it right. More than that, I've learned what kind of music I like in my life. So I think the first important part to listening to music is to assess the situation. What does that mean? That means when you find a song that you want to listen to, you should look and see, is the song a single? Is the song a part of an album or an EP? Is this something that is meant to be listened to by itself or as a collective of music? Is it meant to fit within a sequence of other songs? Even though I think it's important to assess the situation of a song, I think that artists, like with the help of producers and other people, sequence their albums in particular ways. If you think that you might find a song that you like outside of the sequence of music, and you think that you aren't going to like the rest of the sequence of music, I think that's fine. Because I've listened to albums, I've said, oh, this song sounds good, I think I'm going to like this artist, let me listen to the album all the way through, and then I've started the album from the beginning and I've hated it. So I know that probably most artists would be very disappointed if they found that, oh, you didn't listen to my whole album just because you didn't like the first few songs, you couldn't get through it. I think that's a disappointing factor, but I think it's a reality. Like, we don't have all the time in the world, so you should be listening to music that you like. My huge problem is that often if I'm listening to my Discover Weekly, my daily playlist or whatever Spotify makes for me, I will skip a song if I don't like it like 20 seconds in. And the reason for that is not because I don't think there's any potential in the song, it's just because if I'm going to listen to that song later and I put that song that I didn't like 20 seconds in because I listened to the whole thing and I really liked it on a playlist, the next time that I hear that song on the playlist, I'm probably going to skip it because I'm like, why did I put this song on here? It takes too long to get good. But if you're going to really commit to listening to music, I think after you've assessed the situation, the next step is to take your song on a little date, whether that means sitting in the car, whether that means lying on your bed, whether that means going for a walk. You should take your song into a scenario where you can pay attention to it and really decide if you like that song or not. The two things that are most important in taking your song on a date are that you have good audio. I mean, hopefully your car stereo or Bluetooth setup is good. You can listen to it out of your iPhone, obviously. Or if you have headphones, please make sure that both ears are working, because otherwise you're not going to get a literally well-rounded experience. I think the final thing to think about before you start listening to music is make sure that you have a little palate cleanser. In the same way that you might have a palate cleanser for your mouth, the ideal neutral palate cleanser for the world of music is to take a little breather, stop listening to things for a little while. There's noise all around us, there's always noise, there's constantly noise, whether you are creating it or playing it, or whether you're just walking around in the world. Give your brain, give your ears a little break, go into a quietish spot, and then you can have a really good experience with the song. The final thing that I want to say is Genesis Owusu, I love you. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Homies, I love you. I hope that you find everything you want in your fall playlist as you listen to more music, find artists that you relate to and empathize with. Enjoy the tunes. Okay, I'll see you. I'll see you later.
Who is calling? It's the songs of the week. The songs of the week are calling you.